This was due to a record low number of births, around 690,000. So in 2023, Prime Minister Fumio Kishida's government increased annual childcare spending to around 3.5 trillion yen, or $25 billion US. Overall, the scheme is designed to offer increased benefits to parents.
So basically they saying, yo, please have kids, y'all, please. Y'all need to start cracking shit, my nigga. Like, y'all niggas get no hoes. Come on, bruh.
But statistics show even when they get money, they have 1.5 kids.
That half, it's just like, oh yeah, I had 1.5 kids. I think it was a story in the Bible where 2 women were fighting over the baby. Solomon said, all right, let's cut that baby in half then, and y'all both get a 1/2. And the one Joan was like, no, let's not do that. This is my baby. Why are we cutting my baby in half? And Solomon was like, all right, the one who didn't want to cut the baby, this is your baby, because you actually cared enough not to cut the baby in half. So Solomon was really on some big brain shit, but 1.5 babies is crazy, my nigga. What's going on YouTube? cdagreen here, back with another video, and today we have Japan is Dying by Abba and Preach. Now, you know me, y'all know me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love anime, I love Japanese culture. Just the language sounds very fire. I kind of learned it a little bit in college. I'm kind of falling off, but I hope to get it back one day, and I hope to go to Japan one day, you feel me? But if Japan is dying, my nigga, that means my anime's gonna die too. And bro, I love watching some anime. So I gotta tap in, see what the issue is. Maybe I'm gonna go over there one day and save the day, my nigga. Who knows? So, but before all that, I gotta know what the problem is so I know how to adequately equip myself to solve the problem. You feel me? So without further ado, we gonna get straight to the video. Make sure to like it, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching, and let's get straight to it.
Speaking of Japan, we're going to be covering 2 stories. One talking about some of the social cohesion that Japan exhibits, and then another one talking about some of the very real problems. You know, I think a lot of times people glaze Japan, they make it sound like the perfect country.
Last Wednesday, Japan's Internal Affairs Ministry published new data showing that the number of Japanese nationals fell by over 900,000 people in 2024, the biggest annual drop on record, marking the 16th consecutive year that the Japanese population has fallen.
Damn.
This was due to a record low number of births, around 690,000, and a record high number of deaths, nearly 1.6 million.
Okay, so I'll break this down real quick. From what I know, the record-breaking amount of low births is due to niggas not getting on hoes. You know what I'm saying? Not enough men approaching women because niggas just give up. You feel me? And that's highly influenced by the reason why there's so many deaths. Because of the fact that the work-life balance in Japan is so horrible. Like, you're supposed to be just working all the time. You hardly have time for yourself. You just get caught in the rat race and there's never a way out. So a lot of people just choose to unplug the game. You feel me? The fact that they're so caught up in that life, they don't have time to mac on hoes. Either that or niggas get rejected so much and they're like, no, I'm not trying no more. So coupled with that, the fact that niggas not getting on hoes, niggas not getting no ass, and the fact that we unplugging the game prematurely, the population is forever going down. You know what I'm saying? I had to talk in code a little bit because I didn't want to be too vulgar, but hopefully y'all picked up what I was putting down.
This year also heralds Japan's 2025 problem, marking the year when all of Japan's roughly 8 million baby boomers will be 75 or older.
That's a lot of old geezers.
Already that you don't really accept immigrants, even though that's not entirely true. It's still true by and large for the most part. So they're losing almost 1 million people a year.
That's crazy.
This high death rate is due to the size of Japan's elderly population, aged 65 plus, which has increased every year between 1994 and 2022, and now accounts for nearly 30% of the total population.
I can tell you that shit's real too, because when I was there, seeing kids was pretty rare. Seeing old people was super common. And I was running through like residential neighborhoods because where we had the Airbnb was just Japanese. There was no fucking gaijins. So when I was walking around, all I saw were old. I didn't see
Gaijins is foreigners. You know what I'm saying? Foreign people that live in Japan. Yeah.
No young folks. Below the age of like 14, pretty much never.
Yeah,
it was like seeing a rare Pokemon. I want these captured. Be like, are you real?
He wants to capture kids. Someone called the
Yo.
You know, me and Giovanni Somali, we just do whatever we want when we abroad.
God damn.
While Japan's elderly
Why would you willingly group yourself in with that nigga? For those of y'all who don't know Johnny Somali, he's a nigga that goes across the country and he just wreaks havoc. He just disrespects the culture. He's a menace to society wherever he goes, and he does that shit on purpose for the views, my nigga. The worst type of nigga, the scum of the earth. So I don't know why Abba would even put himself in that, you know what I'm saying, in that can with that nigga. Obviously he was joking, but like, yeah, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like even that joke, You know, it's some dumb niggas that really might believe you, so it's not worth doing that.
Population is among the healthiest in the world.
And they don't want to die.
On the other hand, they do work longer too.
Anyway, to address this population decline, successive Japanese governments have tried and failed to reverse it through various childcare-based initiatives to encourage more people to have children. So in 2023, Prime Minister Fumio Kishida's government increased annual childcare spending to around 3.5 trillion yen, or $25 billion. Overall, the scheme is designed to offer increased benefits to parents. Specifically, it extends coverage for children from 15 to 18, doubles the monthly allowance for a third or subsequent child, expands parental leave and daycare facilities, and scraps the household income cap for the allowance.
So basically they saying, yo, please have kids, y'all. Please, my nigga. Like, y'all not, bro, like, come on. Y'all need to start cracking shit, my nigga. Like, y'all niggas getting no hoes. Come on, bruh. It's getting that bad.
So that children are eligible regardless of their parents' employment status.
God damn.
There's a bunch of Middle Eastern families being like, perfect.
And just that, bro, like, it makes me feel better about just, like, me wanting to get some buns. You feel me? Obviously, like, I don't think the population is going down. At least if it is going down in America, it's not by, you know what I'm saying? It's not as dramatic as it is in Japan. But, you feel me? Just the fact that I want to mac on hoes, like, I be having to step up the Jones, approach them when they not trying to be bothered. It's like, my nigga, this shit a natural thing. We supposed to be reproducing, my nigga. Like, why are y'all fighting it? Stop fighting it. Just let me have my way, you know? Hey. I ain't gonna lie, that sounded crazy. I ain't even mean that shit like that, bro. Y'all know how I meant it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop fighting the funk. If you feeling the nigga, just come over here. Stop playing hard to get, man.
Let us in.
Put a Japanese.
Instead of fucking hijab, all of a sudden they have that straw hat. It's just funny, like, they're essentially being like, bitch, just pop out a baby, we gonna pay your ass.
Yo,
hey, just 3 or more, hey, take all this cash. And people are still like, nah, we don't want kids. That's how cooked we are.
There are also social factors preventing Japanese women from having children, such as a demanding work culture, falling marriage rate, and paternalistic traditions, which discourage single-parent families, with just 2.4% of Japanese babies born outside of marriage, compared to around 40% in the US and Europe.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
What I love about this? You know what I love about this?
What?
Is it just goes to show you people always praise foreign cultures but don't know the negative aspects of them. Mm-hmm. They don't know the realities. Like, you know, people, single parent households, and yes, the problem, you ideally want people married and in real relations when they're having kids, but it's also fascinating because you're looking at another country that's literally just dying. Like, it will cease to exist in the next 50, because like the economy will collapse if they don't make a drastic change. Yeah. And people are like, well, it's because it's unaffordable. Even when it is affordable, a lot of people not trying to have kids because our values have just changed in the Western world. People want to travel, they want to go on cruises, they want to live a life, and they prioritize over having kids. And like, when you ask people to really choose, oftentimes they choose themselves, they choose their own life.
It's like my parents, you know, they started, when they were retired, they started to do cruises and stuff like that. Yeah. Shit, I want to do cruises too, but when I got my knees. Yeah. When I still got my knees, I want to be able to walk around, and I want to be able to be in a good health and be like, you know. So we try to do it younger than they do. Yeah. My parents looking at me like, oh, when I was your kid, when I was your age, I had this, I had that, but we're not going out. Okay, well, I'm going out. Mm-hmm. I'm outside. Mm-hmm. But at your age, I don't care.
It's one of those things because people often lament immigration and they shit on it. And I understand, because it's not like immigration doesn't come with real sets of problems that might destroy social cohesion and create enclaves, create communities that really don't align. Yeah, but the other side of that is like also, you know, it's funny, even my generation, which is like our parents are the ones who immigrated, were the kids of those. Even we now act like the indigenous population or the locals. I say indigenous, not meaning the Native American, but like just like the white folks, right? We also aren't having kids the way immigrants having kids. No. So you realize it's not about necessarily race or whatever. It's just a lot of it's cultural. And because we've acclimated to North American culture so much and have assimilated a lot of those values, we don't be having kids as much either. As society's become more advanced, more egalitarian, more economically advanced, people prioritize a lot less having children in that regards. More educated you are, less kids. More money you make, less kids. That's probably one of the most surprising parts, because people often say when I have enough money, you know what they found? You make less kids with each income bracket and tax bracket you get to until you get to about 300K, and all of a sudden the kids double. And supposedly the theory is at that point kids become an accessory, like a purse. So you just get one, just like whatever, and you pay a nanny to take care of the shit.
I got a dog and a kid.
Wow.
But that fast, I thought niggas at 150K would be popping out babies. No. How much more you need? 150K extra apparently.
At Japan's House of Councillors election last month.
Yeah, because the idea is like, okay, I just need to be financially like stable enough to have kids. That'd be people excuses until they reach a certain amount of money. You know what I'm saying? Where they could take care of kids, but they just like, I still don't want kids. Like, and then they get to 300K and it's like, damn, nigga, I'm making so much bread. I'm kind of bored. Let me just start fucking. Might as well. And then they got kids. You feel me? And now they could take care of them. They get to forget about them. Just get them a nanny like they said. So it's really crazy, bro. Like, and the fact that you have so much more kids when you have so much less money, I wonder what the reason is behind that. I don't really know, because you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got no money to take care of them niggas, but you just popping them out. And I guess that's because, you know, niggas be focused on getting some cheeks. You know what I'm saying? It be kids out of wedlock. They don't be playing. It's just like niggas be in that moment, shit just feeling how it's feeling. They just like, ah, fuck it. All caution, go to the wind. All logic is out the window. 9 months later, my nigga, you ready? You know what I'm saying? Be welcoming a baby in this world with a joint you don't even know if you like. Or a man you don't even know if you like, if you're a woman. It's just crazy.
The right-wing ultra-nationalist Sansito Party, which was founded in 2020 and ran on a MAGA-style anti-immigration Japanese First campaign, ended up winning 12.6% of the national vote, the third highest share, outperforming the polls. For context, the party focuses heavily on immigration. They want to make it harder for foreigners to buy land in Japan, deny foreigners voting rights, and reduce the influx of foreign workers. On top of that, Sansito also has traditionalist views on gender. The party opposes same-sex marriage and women being able to keep their maiden name, and argues that Japan's imperial succession should be limited to the male line. The party's leader has also said that young women are too focused on having a career and instead should stay at home to raise children.
So that's the situation over there. A lot of wild stuff. I'll leave the link in the description if you want to watch the rest of the video. But yeah, I think
it's really just crazy though. That last part where they said women should focus on having children as opposed to their career. That's only the case if niggas is making enough money and the man can take care of all the bills. He's making enough money to where, you know what I'm saying, the woman can afford to only worry about the kids. But like just the culture that's around it now, everybody want to get it on their own. You know what I'm saying? It's just like niggas not making enough money even in the States. You feel me? So women, they kind of have no choice but to worry about their own pockets. It's only natural. But you know, that's why a lot of women is kind of like, okay, a man need to have their shit all figured out. That's why women getting their shit together, even if they way younger, they don't got it all together yet. If they see a man with all his shit together and he's like, yo, shorty, stop working, just take care of my kids. Now they actually can. You know what I'm saying? So when a nigga like that come and swoop them off their feet, that becomes their expectation, the norm, the shit that they see on the internet. You know what I'm saying? All these rap niggas, these internet niggas, all these, I don't know, my nigga, all these millionaires, whatever they doing, they like, I want a man like that. And so now the dating standards, like, it's just all fucked up. Niggas like me just can't win no more. But I could still win, my nigga. Only thing I gotta do is plug in my controller and play the game. I'm gonna get to it eventually. I know that for a fact, boy.
Oftentimes, especially when we look at our own country situation, our own governments, we're very
It's all in your mindset, my boy. Don't let this shit fuck you up.
Critical, which I understand. It's always good to be critical. And then we sometimes admire other models in the world and say, this is the one that works, not recognizing you just oftentimes don't know the nuances of the problems that they're dealing with. And sometimes you think you'd trade with them, but you don't know if you would. The reality over there is drastically different than what you might expect, and their levels of uncertainty going forward are also very large. So what is the solution? I don't know. You know, that's why people get paid the big bucks. But I did think it was interesting learning about this because it made me grateful for some of the problems that we have over here. Yes, they're not great.
Grateful for some of the problems?
Yeah, because I wouldn't trade our problems for theirs.
No, I wouldn't.
Because if you think about the tax burden that's going to be, the way that's going to weigh down the economy, having to pay out those social benefits to all the... We have it here, but not to the same degree.
No, because there's less people.
Yeah, and our old people die. They know how to just fucking leave.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know, just overstay the
Yeah, it's like, hey, we waiting for the inheritance, Grandpa.
Let me go to the gym.
Hey, boomers, you fucked us over once with the fucking housing.
Exactly.
Let's go. Just some things. It's funny to hear the right, the conservative party being like Japan first and all this other stuff, and like the women are still like, we don't want to have kids.
We don't. Yeah.
Like, what y'all gonna do? If you don't, a lot of these immigrants, at some point, you guys just get accept things gotta change. You know what I mean?
Like, you don't want them. Do you want to fuck? No.
And that's the immigration paradox. People hate immigrants and how they change societies, but they don't have kids themselves. They say they don't have kids because of money, but statistics show even when they get money, they have 1.5 kids, which means like the average couple goes from anywhere from 3 to 1. if 2 people only have 2 kids, that's not what the numbers even say.
4 people.
But 2 people having 2 kids is not enough. Because you 2 old people die, and there's only 2 kids left behind, and God forbid some of these kids are also gonna die. So it's just like
that's why at the point I think that right now it's if 2 couples have one, like it doesn't even equal to a whole kid. No, 2 kids. Like for some years we were under 1.
Yeah.
That each couple were getting, so we're not even at 1. Each family
That's
got a
crazy.
full ass kid.
No.
So yeah, we're doing as well.
That half, it's just like, oh yeah, I had 1.5 kids. Like, what, nigga, what? Did you cut the baby in half on some fucking Moses shit or whatever that story in the Bible was when they was fighting over the baby, and then Solomon had to come in and say, I don't know. I think it was a story in the Bible where 2 women were fighting over the baby, and then Solomon said, all right, let's cut that baby in half then, and y'all both get a 1/2. And the one Joan was all for it, and the one Joan was like, no, let's not do that. What the fuck? This is my baby. Why are we cutting my baby in half? And Solomon was like, all right, you, the one who didn't want to cut the baby, this is your baby, because you actually cared enough not to cut the baby in half. So Solomon was really on some big brain shit. But when you first hear the story, it's like, my nigga, what the fuck? And you really just get to see that the Joan that was all for it was like, oh yeah, this is not the kid's mother. Like, you know, like the why would you want to cut your own baby in half that's going to kill the baby? So yeah, that's what that whole story made me think of. It's just like, you know what I'm saying, a little tangent and shit. Overlook it, you know what I'm saying. You hear from me, right? Thank you. But 1.5 babies is crazy, my nigga.
Where we feel it right now.
But people say there's too many people on the planet anyways. But the problem now is going to be too many old people.
Yes.
And old niggas don't party. It's just like, what am I going to do with my time?
But you have a bunch of girls, though.
Older ladies?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I heard they be
yes.
Fucking.
Yes.
Like herpes just spread everywhere in retirement homes.
Yo.
There was a, yeah.
Yeah. They just like remove their gum and give toothless.
Oh, gummy worm? Let's go.
They call it a gummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's trying to get a gummer from Agnes? It's like, Agnes giving you a gummer?
Yeah.
You know she's been putting in that work.
This shit sounds crazy, my nigga.
Her name is Agnes.
That's a nasty name. Both figuratively and literally.
That's not nasty.
That's nasty.
That's not nasty.
If you name your daughter Agnes, you don't like that bitch. So this thing happened in Japan that I thought was fascinating. So Japan has toll systems because obviously driving is too burdensome. So they really invest in their public transport. People take subway trains everywhere. It's very, very efficient. And so for people who do want to drive, they have toll systems to basically de-incentivize them. They pay a certain amount based off how far they are and how many tolls they go through. So Japan's toll system ended up crashing. 38-hour glitch led to like thousands of people being told to just run through the toll booths. Why? Because they couldn't charge them and they didn't want to shut down traffic. So they're just like, fuck it, just go. And for 38 hours, people were just running, and they make a lot of money from those toll booths. Thousands of Japanese drivers voluntarily paid the highway toll fees even after the system went down, and no one was required to. When Japan's electronic toll collection system suffered a massive outage earlier this year, what followed caught the attention of the global public and online communities alike. This real-life incident revealed much about Japan's societal values, high trust culture, and government response in terms of system failure. Over 24,000 Japanese drivers voluntarily paid toll fees after the country's ETC system crashed.
Oh, yeah, that's the...
They voluntarily went out, like nobody was going to track them.
Yo, I was so confused. I'm like, did they just tell the people to get off the train and just run through the fucking tolls that cars would normally drive through? But no, they was saying, all right, all y'all drivers, like all them people on your bus or whatever, my nigga, they don't got paid the toll, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Free travels for the day. I was so confused. I'm like, niggas is running through the tolls like on feet. Like, what the fuck?
I was going to find out, but they still chose to pay.
Yeah, that's Japan for you.
And
They have stores that have no clerks.
yeah, and people don't rob the whole thing. Crazy, right?
I think that in the culture of Japan, that's what happens. But also, I feel like when you step to Japan, you can feel, and I feel like people like feel like they know where their money is going when they give it to the government. So I think there is a trust that is higher with the government. Because like if I pay my toll, I know what they're gonna do with that money. I've seen what they've been doing with the money, so I know what I'm contributing to. Whereas here, if you do the same experiment here, I don't think that people would have paid.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen. But we don't
Not
have
at
the
all.
same trust in the government. Which
My nigga, I'm losing bread every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? You tell me I don't gotta come up off that fucking $6 when I go to Philly? Nigga, we lit.
we're gonna do with
Come on now.
anyways.
Here, honestly, if this shit happens, 0% is paid.
No. That's
Because
what I'm saying.
We see all of these things as barriers and impediments and annoyances that don't actually serve anything other than the government itself.
We don't see really the result either.
Yeah.
and we see that it's really not well spent. So people will be like, whatever, you're good. And you already got all the money and you're doing nothing with it.
Like just seeing people, okay, this is something I already do because my family, the way we're raised, we do this. But when I go to restaurants or fast food joints, you finish the food, everyone goes and loads their tray and cleans up after themselves. Yeah. Nobody leaves it there. Here, it's completely the opposite. When I went to a movie theater in Japan, I went to this nice movie theater, we left, everyone grabs their popcorn, they clean up after themselves, they go up, there's 2 people waiting, you hand them everything, they throw it in the trash. I've watched so many videos of people in North America where after...
That is so lovely, my nigga. Oh my goodness. Wow. People have common courtesy, man. Who would have thought? It's just crazy. Me who works in a food service, like I work in a, you know what I'm saying, a place that sells food. So niggas, they do not clean up after themselves, bro. And that shit is so annoying. Customers and coworkers alike. I'm cleaning up everyone's messes, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I do have the cleaning responsibilities at the end of the day, but I am of the mindset, bro, if I did not make that mess, my nigga, I am not cleaning that bitch up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not letting these niggas get away with this shit. You feel me? If they ask about it, why is this shit not clean? Oh, I didn't make that mess. Tell them other niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? Clean up after themselves, bro. Because that shit be looking, it's horrible. Like, these niggas don't even try. It's like they try extra hard to make a mess because they know they not the ones cleaning it up, bro. You feel me? So the fact that it's like this in Japan, that's the one thing them niggas doing right. They might not be fucking, but they know how to clean up, nigga. They know how to be considerate of other people. You know what I'm saying?
Movie premiere is done. They gotta scoop out fucking bags of popcorn and all the fucking gunk and shit that people just leave everywhere.
And they just resell that as caramel popcorn. Profits.
There you go.
Yo.
So I say all this thing. There's a lot of little things like that in terms of social cohesion that are only possible probably because of like the way their values and also because of the fact that they're all from the same background. That probably helps out to a degree. I go to the subway, it's rush hour. Literally nobody talks. It is quiet. It is like freaky. I'm already somebody who in public, shh. Them niggas like rip out their vocal cords or something. I took a video at one point. I was just like, you get on the train and then you hear somebody talking. It's just a foreigner. It's like, hey, shut the fuck up. You're making us look stupid. Shut your mouth. Because for them, you shouldn't inconvenience other people when you're on these spaces. I didn't hear Japanese until it was evening time, and then niggas is drunk. Now they loud. But during the day, they shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Freaks comes out at night.
In a lot of ways, Japan is still a very socially isolated country where people just mind their business and stay to themselves. Like when you're on there, everybody got their phone out, they all staring at their shit, they mind their business. So that's the dark side of it. It's like you don't want to inconvenience people so much, you don't even talk to your friend right beside you.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
That's a lot. That's wonderful.
Yeah, there's a lot of schoolgirls.
Good, they should socialize. That's good for them.
No, not in public transport. Shut up. Here, you take the bus at 3:30. God damn, these kids won't.
It's just kind of crazy, like the dichotomy that I face in these certain scenarios. Because on the one hand, bro, I don't want to bother anybody. You know, that's why I shrink myself. You feel me? So oftentimes, I don't want to inconvenience other people. So in order to do that, I avoid being myself entirely to eliminate the risk 100%. Right. And it's crazy because I often expect that same courtesy that I give onto others upon me. So strangers, you know what I'm saying? Or people that come into my job, for example, you know what I'm saying? It's like if they come in just to get their food, but they don't pay me no mind, like they don't say, how you doing, have a good one, none of that shit. They don't even look me in my face. They so quick to leave once they get their shit. I'm like, yo, bro, you're not showing me no love, nigga. Like, what the fuck? I understand you're here for the food and I don't want you to talk to me, but like, bro, show me some, like, compassion, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I'm doing all this shit for you, my nigga. I don't want to be here for you neither, nigga, but you acting like you don't want to be here for me. That's not how this shit work, my nigga. Like, come on, bro. You gotta treat me like, even if I don't want to be here for you, my nigga, act like you want to be here for me. You feel me? So on the one hand, I don't like it when people bother me, but I also don't like it when they ignore me. I don't know how to win, bro. You feel me? It's just how I feel.
Shut up. They don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know how I know? I was one of them.
You know, that's a good question. What do you guys think? You guys think it's good what Preacher's saying or what I'm saying? No. You know, which one would you guys agree with?
Socializing apart.
Okay, gotcha. All this to say, I think these two stories highlight both some of the problems that exist in that society that people, you know, claim is the perfect place, and also some of the upsides to how they decide to manage their society. Some of the things I thought were really cool.
WV about them niggas, boy. Real talk. So yeah, bro. You know, I feel like the main reason everybody wanna or thinks Japan is so great is just because of the anime and the culture and shit like that. Oh, I want to live there, my nigga. No, you don't. They treat foreigners like shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is working and depressed. No fucking goes on. It doesn't sound like that great a place to live. Like, you know what I'm saying? As a foreigner, you can't, like, it takes so much for you to just find a place to live. So much paperwork. The language barrier, if you don't know the language, my nigga, you gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Imagine you need to go to the hospital. Them niggas don't know what your problem is. You can't speak the language. Like, it's crazy. A lot of things to think about. But at the same time, the niggas doing a few things, right? You know, like everybody mind their business. Everybody's considerate of other people. But at the same time, it comes from a fear of being different. And they don't want to, you know what I'm saying, go against the grain. So they don't end up often being themselves. And like we said, nobody fucking. So I don't know if it's that great a place to live, you know what I'm saying? Nobody will bother you, like Preach said, or like he prefers. But Abba is like, yo, come on, my nigga. Like, we got taught. We human beings, bro. Like, come on. So yeah, Japan is on the decline. It's not dead yet, but it is dying. You know, this is a great video to watch. If y'all enjoyed it, make sure to like the vid, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully it provided some insight. Let me know what y'all thought of it in the comments down below. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Love y'all. Peace.